Okay, let's get started with our last round. One thing I forgot to do was check player order. It gets a little weirder because now we got this to factor in. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 Nemesis have looped. We're the only ones that haven't. So yellow is first, then blue, then purple, then white, and then red. Then us. And what's crazy is we're here, and you can see yellow and blue are behind us there. But you do fly around this board really quick. Excuse me, when you're going 25 at a time. Okay, so our legacy is locked because we have frozen assets, or foundation, I mean. That does make things interesting. And let me get these flipped over real quick. And then we'll be drawing for yellow first. I'll do exactly that right now. So yellow wants to form a relationship with the entrepreneur. Yellow is out of relationship tokens, so they will instead move up 4 points on the track. 1, 2, 3, 4. That actually worked out probably better for them. Next is blue. They are going to invest in the what do you call that? The industry track. Blue has a minor investment token to give. They're already here, so they would give into the books. So the books will go up by 1. And that's all. I'm checking. Oh, we would have flushed the top card. So let me make sure I remember to do that. Done. Next, purple. Relationship with the mogul. Purple has relationship tokens. The mogul is right here, and that's going to give them 60 bucks. So purple will move up 1 on the track. Then white is going to sell from the industry. And this is the white character. So they would sell a minor investment here from the factory. I'm going to put the camera down. Factory is currently at 60. So they're going to get 120. So they would go up 1, 2, 3, 4, but not the 5th one. And then red is going to create a relationship with a politician. And the top card would have been flushed from the last card that was played. And we said red. Oh, red doesn't do a relationship. They're out of relationship tokens. So red instead is going to move up 150. That's a better deal for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2. Okay, now it's to us. And we have to do at least 2 actions before we could try to trigger endgame. We've been trying to sell our industry. I have, for example, a minor investment in science. I do still have a major investment in the books. So maybe we can do the book one. Here we can acquire an heirloom for 1 fewer resource. Oh my goodness, we need 5 resources. We have 3. This is a really good one. So I could cash 1 card in for resources if I wanted. Then I'm just looking in the market here. This one is take 4 resources from the supply. We got, the book industry, right? If I want to sell some book investments again, we have, that's what we have. So I can grab that one that says take 4 resources from the supply and use it for the book industry. Because remember, the gold, selling for the gold, I would get, if I sold a minor investment there, I would get 150 bucks, which translates to, 3 points. I know that doesn't sound like much, does it? This one seems really interesting. I'm spending 2 fame for it, though, and I'm only going to get 4 fame for it. That's the part that I'm concerned about. I would also have to spend 2 actions to do this. I have to spend one other action to acquire more resources. And I could do a relationship of some kind and get resources that way. That is a possibility, because there are certain people who do pay off resources, like, for example, the inventor, which, of course, I don't have anywhere on here. The 2-player card sounds great, but we're in the final round of the game. Yeah, I don't see the inventor as even an option, even with the cards in the market. So what I could do is hold on to these 2 cards for now, because they both have value. The science, I can sell an investment. I can sell a book investment. I'm going to trade this one for the book card, and we're going to do a book investment. So I'm going to trade with the market for this card, and then we're going to sell our major book investment, because I think we just want to get gold right now. Stick with our primary strategy. So the books will fall by 2, but before it falls, it's worth 75, and I'm going to sell my major investment, which is times 5. So we already know that times 4 is 300, so that's 450 gold. I think that's excellent. So I'm going to grab a big 500 and hand back 50. All right, I'm hoping this strategy pays off. I mean, you could sit there and think about it. It's 4 points per 100, so 100 times 4, so that'd be 16 points. That's 18 points I just scored right there with the 450, because I'm going to get 1 gold every 50 points, right? 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18. Yes, 18 points. So that's the idea. And those investments are worth nothing if they're still on the board at the end of the game. So it does make these cash out for less, but I'm okay. I think that's still the better route. Okay, we're done with our turn, so now it's back to yellow. Turn 2, they're going to invest in the that market. So yellow only has a major investment right now, and yellow is already invested. Nope, they're going to invest right here, because that's the first one. So that goes up by 2. It's really not that much different than the way I was doing it early in the game. The factory is still going to be the highest valued one, because they're always going counterclockwise. So the factory is going to be the first one it'll check when it's trying to buy. So factories are going to be hot for the AI. All right, that was yellow. Now we move to blue. Blue is also investing, but this time in government. The only government one that's available for the AI is the military, and blue only has heavy investments left, so that will go in the military, and the military one will go up by 2. Next is purple. Purple is going to grab their own. Purple is looking for a level 2. Their level 2 is gone. Gosh, what happens if do they just grab the next highest level? I think they do. The lowest valid available level of its own heirloom. So it's going to grab a level 4 of its own. Very interesting. Okay, white. Relationship with the socialite. White has lots of relationship tokens. Socialite will give 8 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And sorry for the bumpiness. I'm standing up and sitting down, and I apologize there. Red. Relationship with the thief. Red has no relationship tokens, so red will get 4 bumps. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are now up to 300. Okay, getting back to me. It is our turn. We're going to stick with our plan. And we still have minor investments to sell. So I'm going to sell the minor book investment, this one first. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And that's only a 2 token. And then the books, that's going to be $100. So that's still 4 points. So we just did a 4-point action. And now we go back to yellow. We're in the third row here. Yellow is going to trigger the red event. They're going to do the event card, and it is the down arrow, which has me a little nervous. So this is the up. This is the down. Increase all progress industry values by 1 space. Okay, so what that's saying is we all get a bump. 1, 1, and 1. All right, that's not bad for us. And yeah, that's it. The event is over. And which player is this? This is yellow. Yes. So yellow gets to get its successor out. I don't even think this matters anymore. Well, I guess it does matter. They could still move up their industry. So they're looking for money bags. And there is no money bags available. This is the one that's in their hand. And so then they'll just take the highest. So they'll just take this one. And then between the two, that's the one they'll take, which gives them nothing. And then I'm going to just discard all of yellow's cards because the people they have doesn't matter. So it just means yellow's done. They got all their successors in play and so forth. The interesting thing is in a multiplayer game, these successors give powers. And there's just so much more to be said. And then, your special powers that every character has. The Nemesis players are so bland. They don't use their special powers on you. So, anyways, it is what it is. We're moving on to blue. Oh no, that wasn't yellow. That was blue, because yellow invested in the industry. So my apologies there. Blue was looking for the acrobat. Still doesn't matter. So now we're doing purple. They're going to do a relationship with the thief. And they do have the ability to do that. And that's a 75. So that means they get 1, 2, 3 bumps. Okay, then we go to white. They're going to grab an opponent's tile, and so the white is looking for a level 4. So they have 3 levels. They're looking for a level 4. They're going to steal from an opponent, and then of course they're going to steal from an opponent who has the highest industry, which is the factory. That would be this guy. So he has a level 3 and a level 5 and a level 6. So there's nothing available here. But this guy also has, and he only has a level 6. So there's neither of the industry tile guys have what he's looking for. So next up is the tourism, the camera. So that would still be this guy, which doesn't work. But this one also has camera. And does it have a level 4? Yes, it does. So he's going to steal this one. I mean, in some respects, we wanted them to steal ours, but we weren't high enough industry investment. So white has its first ever heirloom that it stole. Next is red. Here you can see they're going to sell from that industry. Red does have an investment, a minor one, here. And they're selling this one for $50, so that's 2 bumps for red. And that's back to us. We're going to use our last action and sell our last minor investment in science. That's this. So the science does go down 1, but we got a free bump from that event. So now we're getting 120 instead of 100. Can't complain about that. So there's 100 and 20 for us. Okay, we're back to yellow. We're on the 4th rank now. They're going to trigger the fame. So this is yellow, triggering the fame. And before we start, I gotta pause again. Okay, so it's getting a little grindy right now, but let's go ahead and get this done. So yellow is going to get score for both sides. Yellow has 2 it can score with, and you can see it's the camera factory and then military education. So that's 22 points. And then the military is 4 more for 26, and education is 2 more for 28. So 96, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they did temporarily take the lead, and they are now up into the 300-point range. I am nervous because I was nursing like a 60 to 80 point lead, and now they keep catching me. I am going to shoot ahead of them by a little, but it's not going to be, they're inching closer and closer. So that was yellow. Now we're going to go ahead and do blue. Blue has factory. Now remember, the rest of us only get to pick one. So it's factory or camera. So they're going to choose factory for 12. Then they're going to choose factory again for 24. Then they're going to choose book or science, and they're both tied for 6. So blue gets 30 points. That's well done for blue. So we're at 7. So they're going to move up to, gotta stretch, 37. Then we go to purple. Purple has never stolen an heirloom. Then we go to red. They're going to take science or book. They're both the same. They get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we go to white that finally stole one. They get to do the camera for 10. So that goes to 46. Then let's do our own, which should, even though we're cashing a lot of our stocks, we should still get a pretty healthy payout. We have the camera and then factory. That's fantastic, actually. This is 24, and then the camera is another 10. So we're going to get 34 points. So yellow's lead was temporary. So 12, 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we take the lead again. Remember, I'm playing Guru difficulty, folks. This is the top difficulty in the game. So, okay. That is done. Yellow is done. Technically, they need to get a successor because it was blue that I accidentally grabbed for last time. So let's do that. Yellow will get 4 bumps. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's where they're really going to score their points, folks. They're way ahead of me on that department. All right, so now we go to blue. 4th action, they're going to do the dividend action, which that hurts us because we just sold all of our investments, so we don't get anything. So dividend for blue is times 2. Okay, so what does blue have? They have minors in camera, factory, books. And then they have a major in military. So camera and factory, you can see here, are $25 each. The books are $10 each. And then the major in military is 25. So that's 3 bumps. Times 2 is 6 bumps for blue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we just do the same for everybody else. So we got, we have a major in the factory, which is 2 bumps, right? And then 2 minors, which is 4 bumps for purple. And then they have 2 minors that are $10 each that don't get them anything. So purple gets 4 bumps. So I'm just going to move around here. Red has no investments. White has a minor in the camera, which is 1 bump, and a minor in the military, which is no bump. Ourselves, we have nothing. And then yellow has a major in the camera, which is 2 bumps, and another major in the industry, which is 2 bumps. And then 2 minors, which are going to be in the Well, one miner is going to give them a bump. Then there's a miner that gives them $10. So in this section, they have 2 miners, which is 20. So they just get that and they're done. That's it. So let's move on to, so now dividends is done. So now we move to purple. On the 4th row there, they're going to create a relationship with the transportation baron. Purple has one last relationship, and that gives them 3 resources. They got a lot of resources, folks. Okay, next we move to white. White is going to sell from the government industry and then move over towards the arts. So white has one in government. They're going to sell this one right here, which is the military. That goes down by 1. That's a 60. So that's a 2 bump for white. Okay, I got to shuffle for red's turn, and then it'll be our turn. Okay, so for red's turn, they're going to put in, they want to do a relationship, but they have no relationship markers. So instead, they're going to move 5 points because it's 150 there. So that's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I need to look something up, and then it's going to be our turn. Okay, so what I was looking up is, it's our turn, and we get to pick one of these. This one is available. And so the benefit for choosing this one is we get to collect before we advance, and then we collect again after we advance. I wanted to know, can I collect from a legendary? And the answer is no. You obviously collect from the legendary after the advance happens, but you can't collect from the legendary before the advance occurs. It has to be something that's already out there. So I don't believe I'm allowed to take this one because of my frozen assets successor. Otherwise, I think this would be the best move for me in the game. This one's worthless. I'm contemplating doing this one because then the AI would have to make a bid. And the thing I'm going to make them bid is foundation points. And look at that. They can bid up to 200 foundation points. And so this would cause the AI to lose points. And they're going to be bidding for something else that's not going to be as helpful. It's a pretty interesting strategy, and it's basically going to make all the AIs lose points. And then I could just bid nothing, or I could wait to see what they bid and, whatever. There's a lot of options here. It's a very interesting one I am considering doing, because I would like them to really bid high foundation-wise for something else. And just to give an example, though, this one is only bidding 25 foundation points, which is, in the middle here. So they probably wouldn't be losing that much. And if they bid only 5 or 10, they're not losing any at all. So this could really backfire on me. The other one is to generate heirloom income, but I only have one of them. Granted, it would let me generate it as if I had 2. And then, of course, the last one is I'm just looking at this. And, could this help me in some way? Currently, relationship-wise, I only have 2 on the board. I have one there that's worth 20 gold. That's not a lot. And then that one over there is worth 2 resources, which would be 4 victory points. So it's just the equivalent of collecting 4 fame. And if anything, that's the one I would choose. I would take the 2 resources, which counts as 4 points. That's how I have to choose from. It's that or try to do this trade conference to make them lose stuff. And, I'm looking at a few of the cards here. They're not bidding, 100 foundation points all the time. They're probably bidding around 25 or 50 every time, which is just 1 bump backwards. And then they are going to win something, which could be fame. They're not necessarily losing points. They're just sort of exchanging points in some situations. So The advantage of me doing this is it does get us to trigger the end game, because I think that everything that's happening from here on out is scoring more points for them than it is for me. And so from that perspective, I want the end game to come as quickly as possible. So, and then also I could I get rid of my person. So if somebody does pick this one, I can still contribute to the foundation because I'll have a new person in place. Now, if I did choose this one, I have to choose the face-up person, which is this guy. And that is fantastic, except I'm no longer going to be able to get any heirlooms. Or I have this guy, which I may not make relationships, but my game is pretty much over. So I'm okay with the guy I have, because that gives me 4 bumps. And the 4 bumps is pretty good. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do the advance and collect. And then I'm going to choose this guy as my successor, which gives me 4 bumps. And that replaces the girl I had. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 bumps means I'm finally on the same track as them. And I'm sitting right up there halfway across the top of the board. I'm going to choose to collect the 2 resources, and they will both be gems. I actually have enough to acquire a level 4 heirloom. I just don't have any actions left to do so. So I collected the 2 resources, and now everything bumps to the right. So we're going to start here. The AI really is going to benefit from this. So, oh, I got to do this one. Yellow loses theirs. Okay, I'm just going to start table order here. We're going to do yellow. So there's 10 gold here. There's 3 fame there. So we're going to give them the 3 fame right now. And then they're going to get 8 more fame from this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a lot. And then they're going to get 100 points for the foundation. 1, 2, 3, 4. That 10 doesn't get them anything. All right, so yellow's done. Now we move to blue. You can see they got the 20 there. They get 2 resources there. And then there's 30 up there. So that's 2 bumps for gold. They don't have any legendaries. And then we're going to give them 2 resources. Purple. 30, 60, 90 for gold. Up there in the corner is 120, and that's 130. And then 3 resources. So 3 resources for purple. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bumps. Okay, now we move to red. That's 10 gold, 20 for 30. I see 3 points up there, nothing here. So red is going to get 1, 2, 3 points and 1 bump. White has 1 there for 3 points and a 10 gold there. And that's it. So 3 points for white. And then ourselves, we're getting $30, $60. I'm sorry, we're green. We're getting 2 resources and 2 fame, and then 200 gold. So 2 fame. Oh, I'm moving the wrong one. I'm moving purple. Oh my gosh, I've been moving the wrong one. Oh no. What a huge mistake. I know that purple had to be right near us. We're at 92 here. I think purple was at 96, if I remember correctly. Okay, I have to end this video. I need to go play it back and figure out where I screwed up. I see my points are here. I gave purple points when it was supposed to be me. I don't know why, but that's what I ended up doing. And so I got to retcon this, and I want to get the points right, or otherwise because this is a really close game. So I can't just guess on this one. So my apologies. I got to end this, replay the video, figure out where the heck I went south, and make sure the points are correct. Thanks for watching, and for your forgiveness. Stay awesome. I'm going to go ahead and grab those 2 resources I'm supposed to grab and the 200 gold right now, and then we will go ahead and get this fixed. All right, so that's done. So yeah, I got to end so I can go back and watch this video and see where I screwed up.